So with today being Thursday and all, I figured I would go ahead and do another Throwback Thursday since you guys enjoyed the last one so much. So today we're going to be looking at some of my old footage that honestly just kind of made me laugh. I actually found a behind the scenes video I don't even remember making. Alright, what's up? You're on the behind the scenes 712 film, shooting the new video. I should have kissed her.
I swear, if you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed yet.
And we're going to be talking about the 3 biggest mistakes I made when I first started filmmaking. So this one's a little exposing, but let's do it. What's good, creative fam? Brandon Washington here. And first of all, if you're brand new to the channel and you haven't already, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button because this channel is all about filmmaking gear, tips, and tutorials. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my 3 biggest mistakes that I made when I first started filmmaking. Now, to show you guys kind of what I'm talking about, I'm going to be bringing back an old video that I created from way back when, like 7 years ago, when I got my first Canon T2i. I didn't have hardly any accessories for it, had no idea what I was doing. I honestly don't even know what my settings were on the camera, but I knew I wanted to get out and make something, and so let's go ahead and jump into some of those mistakes I made. Now, the first mistake I know that I'm 100% guilty of was being overly proud of my work. When I made this first video, I honestly thought it was the best thing ever. I mean, I had a professional camera because it was a DSLR, and I was making high quality dance videos, and I thought I literally was the coolest guy around. But now, as someone who's been shooting for over 7 years, I look back and I see all the little mistakes I was making that I really wasn't opening myself up to anybody giving me critique. I mean, I know there literally was one guy who used to try to give me feedback on my videos, but I always took it as, oh, well, he's just hating, or oh, he just doesn't like my work. But now, like, I can actually see, like, no, like, there were literally problems with my video. Like in this one shot, there's literally a towel and a cell phone in frame. And then like 2 minutes later, they're just gone. They're just out of the video. And that's because I didn't realize it till halfway through. There were like little things like that that I wasn't opening myself up to that constructive criticism in order to fix. But I now realize that it was because I was so proud of my videos, I couldn't take any constructive criticism. So that's one thing I will say is if you are new to filmmaking, you should definitely be looking for constructive criticism and listen to it. Listen to people who are shooting or creating the type of content that you want to be creating and ask them for their advice. And when they give you some advice, don't just take it as, well, they just don't like my work or they're just nitpicking, because in the next 5 to 6 years, you don't want to look back like I do at these videos and be cringing and saying, man, I wish I would have listened to what people were saying that I could do to fix my videos. Now, the second mistake that I made was I only shot one thing. When I first started making videos, basically for about 3 years, all I shot were dance videos. That's the only thing I was creating. It was the only thing I was editing and posting and sharing because, one, I had a connection to some really great dancers here in the Houston area. I mean, for example, in this video stars Jarrell Rochelle, which is like a really good friend of mine. Super talented dancer. I mean, he's been on So You Think You Can Dance, and he's traveled around the world teaching classes and all this great stuff. Amazing dude. But I only shot dance videos, and the problem I have now looking back on that is when you only shoot one thing, it doesn't really force you to get creative in different areas that you can then bring back to your dance videos or to whatever the video is that you want to create. So for example, if I was a little bit more well versed outside of shooting strictly just dance videos, I might have learned things like lighting and things like, you know, costume design and just other elements that really go into making like a full-fledged video and making a good video at that. But because I kind of locked myself into just shooting one type of content, it really did limit me starting out. It honestly wasn't until I started kind of mixing up my style, kind of shooting a little bit of everything, that I really was able to kind of start crafting my style and kind of adapting certain things that I would do for a different genre in other genres that would make those videos really stand out. Now, I don't want it to come off as I'm saying that if there's something you enjoy shooting that you shouldn't shoot that. That's not what I'm saying at all. I mean, I absolutely loved shooting dance videos, and so I shot a ton of them, as many as I possibly could. But I am saying that if you are out and you are shooting, that you should try your best to try to mix it up, try some different things, try some new things that can maybe kind of enhance your creativity just a little bit more. All right, and my third and final mistake I made, and I think this is a big one that catches a lot of us, it even catches me to this day, and that was I thought that by buying a better camera, I would make better videos. I mean, as you guys can see in these videos, and I'm laughing because they're like ridiculously cringy to watch, I was running around with basically a T2i, a kit lens, a strap around my neck, and basically my two hands and trying to make something great. And honestly, if you'd have asked me that day if I could buy anything to help my filmmaking, the only thing I possibly would have said was I want to be able to buy a better camera, which obviously there were way better things for me to be looking at back then, like a good tripod, because I had this little flimsy tripod. I could have been looking at like stabilizers or sliders or, you know, whatever else, lighting, audio. There's so much other stuff that I could have been investing in, but all I wanted to do was upgrade my camera, which definitely would not have helped my videos. It actually wasn't until I started investing into some of those other things that I really started liking my videos. I did eventually invest in a jib and started using that in some of my videos. I actually invested in some lights, which really weren't filmmaking lights. They were really these like crappy work lights, and so I used that in a video hoping that it would make it better, but it didn't. But it kind of worked out because it was kind of like a horror video thing. It was super weird, super cringy to watch now, but I still love those videos. But nevertheless, there was so many other things that I could have been investing my money in. The only thing my mindset was on was a camera. So what I tell most people is if you have a camera that works and you have a lens that you can get the job done with and you have money to invest in more gear, look at everything else other than a camera, because you probably need more lighting, you probably need better audio, you probably need a better tripod, better stabilizers, better anything else other than the camera, because the camera makes up such a small amount. Now don't get me wrong, I freaking love cameras. I'm obsessed with them, as you guys can tell from my channel. But I will say that if you are starting out and you're a beginner and you already have a camera and you've got money and you're thinking about investing in your video production, definitely look at all those other areas first, because your camera is probably good enough, and I guarantee you if you bought it at least in the last 2 or 3 years, it's way better than that T2i that I was rocking with, and it can still make great videos. So there you have it, guys. Those are the 3 biggest mistakes that I made when I first started doing filmmaking. I hope this video was a little bit helpful to you guys. If you guys want to see more of these Throwback Thursdays and look at some of my super cringy videos, hit that thumbs up button. Also, don't forget to check out some of the other videos I've been posting on this channel. Been posting daily for the last 2 weeks, except on weekends because that's for family. But other than that, thanks again so much for checking out the video. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.